Hey everyone, this is a Baba pack made for a spring competition, which introduces two new mechanics. One is spring. This, when you have an object that is spring, you move up when you step on the spring, 3 spaces. So you see I'm moving 3 spaces up. I want to do something with the grass as well, so it also moves other objects up as well. I think what I should do is set grass to be spring as well. So I changed it to grass as spring. Oh my gosh, it's moved up the text as well. And there we go. We spring directly into the into the flag. Next one, trampoline. So in here, the fungus is spring again. So this is actually like a one-way platform now, almost. I'm gonna break fungus' spring and get this text out though. Something else I need to do, I believe, is to bring the text is push in here so I can push the fungus out of this place. Here, okay. Now what? We need a certain configuration that allows us to get into the flag there. So I can do that. So currently grass is defeat, but the spring comes before the grass is allowed to defeat me. But the problem is, you see I'm doing this, but I need to get across again. The level's name is called Trampoline. So I think the trick here is that I'm supposed to use other pieces of text to help. Although I need to get them in a good spot as well. So I'm going to bring some pieces of text upwards, like that. Honestly, I would probably like to have some of the text across here. So I'm just going to push the text over here. So now I'm going to make fungus' spring up here. And now I can bring pieces of text over here. And now when I push down... Oh. Okay, I need specifically Fofo is push so that the text is able to push me, aka Fofo upwards. I need to cross-form that. Well, no. Cross-form is bad. Surprise microphone change moment. But okay, this is kind of a maneuvering sort of level. I'd like to get this here. Just want to have text at that location. And then we can make this fungus' spring happen. Like, if I do this, oops, here, I idle on this turn, and that puts fungus' spring in a place where it can make it happen again. I only wish that I could get the word push in play. Not sure I could do that. No, I think I instead put it over there so that it's not in the way. And there, after doing the spring, I can push this back down and make Fofo his push. Yes! Look at that! Ugh! Jeez, it's good to finally get that set up, as it's very fiddly. Because I don't have much space to work with. But yeah, Fofo is spring... Fungus is spring plus Fofo is push. That means that as the text springs up, it pushes the Fofo along with it, and there we go. So yeah, 3rd level. By the way, spring isn't the only mechanic in this little pack. So, wow, we got a lot. We have death on the grass, basically grass defeat. We have wind. We can have the possibility of wind being shift. There's quite a lot going on. Fungi will eat the wind and the fungus, so only text can go over here. And it looks like we might need a sideways spring, or what's going on there? Well, spring can only move up. I think another thing, too, is that we never go on top of this grass. It's some piece of text or something that's getting pushed, up to the right, and then up and to the right again for flag is win, I think. One thing I noticed, too, is if you do wind is push here, you trap the is so badly. You either have to say fungus shift or something, but this is locked after you do any move with it down here with wind. Also, fungus doesn't necessarily have to be the thing that's spring, right? Yeah, the wind could also be the spring, although they're not positioned in a good way, so I don't think so. But yeah, it's weird because it really seems like the winds are already in stacking position. That means if you do wind is shift, the fungus stack into one thing. But it's weird that they allow that. What would be the idea with that? And for sure you can do fungus is spring and then they'd infinitely spring together, but that doesn't explain the horizontal movement thing. So I knew that fungus' shift was likely to happen because wind is shift immediately ruins it. I spend a lot of time not noticing, though, the other thing, which I think is the most important, is that the wind can shift the funguses on top of each other as well, but I need to be careful about the positioning. I think I need to use shift, but there's very little space to do it. But I can push, because you notice those are 2 winds stacked on top of each other, not only one. And if I put the funguses in position to constantly get pushed and shifted. I can get it in there, and I think I can have both funguses to the right of the wind, and they will stack on top of each other. All I need to do is now wind is shift with the word push there to block those from moving further, and you can see that's the perfect position. All I need now is Fungus's spring. So I cross Fungus's spring, because again, I can't break the statement if it's gone. And now look at this, Fungus's spring. Okay, we have to time this, of course, because Fungus's spring, both the shift and the spring effect happen at once, which is pretty nuts. And it's shifting twice over. But I need to break the statement so that the wind is shift can happen and the wind can catch up. Then we do this again, and then flag is win. That's a pretty complicated level, and it really took some time to notice that shift could be used for far greater control. What's this? Huh. And? Well, let's check out level 5. I know there's level 4, by the way, but I want to do not do this IRL. I want to try this launch mechanic. Rocket is launch. So watch. Oh, this is... Honestly, I kind of wish I could have started the video with this. But when I heard of this mechanic, this is why I wanted to do this level pack. This launch mechanic is insanely cool. It just explodes the thing, and it sends you as far as possible in the direction. But you can see that the launch on the flag is also destroying it. So I need to do something about that as well. I don't know if I can block it by just putting a piece of text like rocket is launch. Oh. Okay, so it looks like even if I put a piece of text on it... No? That's weird. Oh, look at that! Wait, was that always going to the right, actually? Interesting. I'll need to figure out more about how this behavior of how this works, of when it explodes. Especially because you can make the launch happen in the same turn of destroying it. But yeah, this is going in the direction we want, and we need to break the launch on the flag. There we go. Next level. Do not touch. Okay, rocket is launch. We have 3 rockets here. We want to get flag is win. This is actually interrupting rocket is launch, which is not ideal. Rocket is push as well, so we can control the direct... Wow, okay. So I can't even touch the rocket without some explosion happening. So I can modify it with a piece of text, though. Dang. I really want to launch an is over to at least get flag is win, but this rocket in the middle is really a trouble because it sends me back to this side, and that's not good because it breaks. Well, we can just get rocket is launch back, right? I'm pretty sure I need to send one of them over to the right side, but I don't want to sacrifice this many is to do it. Yeah, you can see that. Wow, okay, that's another thing. If you launch into a rocket, not even, I bet it's not even just the chain reaction, but also the fact that it launches into a wall and explodes on the same tile, so Fofo dies as well. That's not good. The thing, though, is even though I can bring... Just don't make it push. I can bring this to the right. I can make flag is win, but I don't want this to happen. I almost wish for another piece of text to sacrifice it, right? The issue with that, though, is that we really don't want rocket is launched by the end because of the explosive behavior. I really assume we need to break rocket is launched from a distance. So I think it was correct to try to waste this is here, because otherwise the rocket was doing nothing anyway. And now we can break rocket is push. We should not need it anymore. We can bring it here, use the thing we found before to get the is to the other side, and then rocket is launched is broken with the push text. There we go. Next. Danger chain. We got a rocket up there. And then here... Oh, okay. So yes, if you get onto a rocket and it sends you immediately into another launch, it will explode on you. I guess we're feeding text through here because I don't think we can make an alternator here. Because all these 2 rockets... In fact, the bottom one isn't any good at all, but... These number of rockets are all we have. They're never going to increase the number. But unlike the last level, we can just break rocket as launch, and we don't have to deal with the explosive behavior during pushing them around. So we do have a lot of opportunity to bring text over. Okay, let's try the first thing. Rocket is launched, bring some text over, doesn't matter what they are. And what happens if I... Yeah, it's not good to do that, because I can't get over the water after that. Oh, what if I get another rocket? Because the chain will probably only go twice. The main issue is going to be getting the setup, though. I hope that with this setup, I can bring some of the rules text over. We can do, like, rocket is push and throw some text in there. I guess they need to push and launch at the same time, because I also want one of the rockets on the other side as well. What would that look like? Do I need to stack text here already? And then have rocket is push break? Let me try rocket is launch. Oh, I'm dead. I guess launch isn't working. I'm not sure why it doesn't really work there. My guess is that it needs something to actually go there, not already be on top, but... Unfortunately, this level seems to be going down the priority jank kind of thing, because I really want to get a rocket to the right side, but I can't find a way to do it. One other thing I found is you can poke a hole through the water if you can, like, get push and launch at the same time. See, that, oh, it's so fiddly, but that is the one time, I think, I've managed to get a rocket to the other side. It's not even that great, because the rocket's stuck to the wall, but at least I found a setup now that lets me do that. I'll try this, and if it doesn't work, we can move the rockets a little bit more forward, I guess. Ow. Ow. Maybe rocket is launched here, and then push this to the right. Okay, so we've got it. We've got the setup. That was a little asinine, but we now have rocket is push possible. We can maneuver around. Then we can get it in position. Hopefully I'm not going to regret sacrificing that is. Crap. Here, here, here. Then rocket is push. Okay, we're almost there. Now we do rocket is launch, then sacrifice the push text, and now we have it. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate that, you know, such jank happened, but what is Cursor's orb, actually? Because there were many other behaviors about push plus launch that weren't used there. Anyway, let's get to level 4. This should be another spring level. Yep. Okay. What's the problem with flag is defeat. Okay, I see. At the top there is flag is defeat times 2, and so I need to get rid of both of them. The Fofo also eats Fofos, aka there's no stacking involved. Spring, so we could definitely spring... No, because water is defeat. So what exactly are we spring? The text? That's the only thing that makes sense to me, is that we're spring the text against each other. Like that. Very strange, and doesn't destroy everything. Like, we could definitely try to get more of a gap between these, but definitely a strange level for sure. Like, it seems like maybe one Fofo is a sacrifice, and the other... Like, because we need to get rid of 2 flag is defeat rules, not just one. So one of the Fofos is sacrificed, and the other isn't. So maybe above this line of text, we can have 2 other things that block it. Thing is, I'm still not completely sure about this. Hopefully that desync is enough. I need one more piece of text? Getting suspicious. Like, it doesn't seem that... Well, let's just do this, alright. Let's Fofo is spring, and then one of the flag is defeat is gone. Now we need to somehow... I didn't even manage to sacrifice the Fofo with that one. It was not as useful as I thought it would be. If the Fofo was higher up, that would actually kind of help. But it's not. I'm forced to squish from the bottom side, because there isn't anything on the top edge that's safe to squish on. Well, another idea is that you could do Fofo is spring times 2, and then use the single bit of Fofo text. Try something, so we do this. Okay, yes, look at that. That is 6 times. Like, springs normally move 3 up, but when you have 2 at a time, it is 6 up. Which is pretty big, but not sure if it's good enough. I think I must need to extend my reach here, so what we do here is knock down the Fofo spring, and then set up the thing down here. that isn't enough still. Okay, instead, let's try to sideways stick it. Hopefully this works as well. So, some maneuvering, some assembly required. But we're going to try to get this on the side this time. Oh, we gotta deal with the the weird eat behavior. Okay, does this work? So I'm gonna bring Fofo's spring. Yes! Okay, look at that. We got it on the side this time, and now I hope that there's enough for the rest of the text, which is like, what? We have like 4 bits of text left, and we can move it. Oh, well, getting rid of 1 flag is no big deal when we have 2 in the level. Okay, and then don't replace it with another is, please. Replace it with a junk bit of text. So, like, Fofo. Alright, we got it. Fofo, flag, Fofo defeat. We've broken both flag is defeat rules, so we can just win. Very nice. So, I don't know what level this is. Well, let's check it out. Okay, this counts as 8. Oh, gee. Okay, we have spring and launch and a bonus in this level. Ow. Okay. Unfortunately, lag is in the game, probably because it's to do all these custom rules. The 2 fungus, 2 rocket, a wonder, and wonder does not have any meaning. I don't know why that's there, unless it's intended as just a filler bit of text. But no, wonder has no properties at all. Spike in the grass are there to block the fungus and rocket from moving. And we also have some restrictions on text stacking. There's no text stacking, and the foliage will eat text. I mean, one funny thing is that I don't think fungus and rocket have any special properties, so we could very well make the rocket be the spring one and the fungus be the launch. It doesn't matter. But it'll probably make the rocket the launch anyway because direction matters. You can actually see the rocket direction. Like, if you can destroy the water, it seems the wind just comes for free. So I'm actually thinking more about the bonus, and considering the level of lag, I don't want to experiment this time, I guess. So one thing I want to see is, it's pretty clear to say that we are springing into the water like this. Rocket is also push. We push this onto here. Then fungus is spring. And rocket is launch? It's facing up, so I just die on top of it. But if it was facing right, that would work, I think. Or left, doesn't really matter there. We can do fungus is spring, and then rocket launch share. Because the grass is the feet, by the way, that's why it's not easy to get items across. But there we go. And, oh! Well, they just don't freaking go to the right then. Well, I didn't realize there was grass, yeah, in between, so I don't actually want it to be where the spikes are. We do want to make it face left. Then fungus is spring, plus rocket is launch. Okay, so now Win is out, and actually getting Win out from here is not easy either. I mean, maybe I could just put it here, then hope to use launches, but that's not the whole idea anyway. This win could go down if I had a rocket here. Maybe a rocket just goes down and brings both win and bonus down. Or a downward rocket from here. Okay, let's do the procedure of moving all this stuff. So, rocket is push, we move it there, and just bring it down. Okay. Now, I hope that if it's launch, then both pieces of text, win and bonus, fall down at the same time. And we can collect one of them. Well, one fungus, I guess, is win, the other is bonus. Not completely sure about the logistics. Considering the is like sacrificed, but still. Because to bonus, yeah, I don't know. Because let's say we do fungus as bonus, right? We can get one, and that's the bonus orb. But then we would need to change into fungus's win, which I don't know how to do that. Like, do we sacrifice a different piece of text, actually? Maybe that's what Wonder is for. I don't know. I would have used Push, personally, but I don't know. We can bring Wonder up here, because, again, that is a piece of text that serves no purpose, so we can just push it, make Rocket his launch, and drop bonus down. Still seems off, doesn't it? I think maybe this situation is like, the bonus is launched here, the win is launched here, and then we have a rocket is, or whatever, pushed to the right side to create rocket is win, then some junk text over here, and then we push it behind the word fungus, so the wonder fungus, but it's pushed to the right. Again, like, we can't ever get on the grass, that's why we need the junk piece of text. So then we would have a cross formation of a win and a bonus at the same time. The main issue is that we've been sacrificing a rocket here so far, but if we can somehow make it so we have a fungus and a rocket in this space, then we should just be able to win. We just need to exchange one of the fungus with the rocket. And there are a bunch of junk texts that we still have remaining, so let's try this idea. So we need to switch the properties of rocket and fungus. It's funny because, like, I mentioned that at the very start, but you know, I didn't think the level would actually go and make you need to do it, but here we are. So we set that below. Fungus is launch. Now, win and bonus are below. Now, I wonder if there's an actual use for wonder at all. We can just get the fungus's win here, and then push rocket into place. Yeah, that didn't really need wonder. Okay, but there we go. Rocket is bonus, and fungus is win. Let's go. Oh, we also got an orb. Okay, that's a nice path. Okay, is there a level there? End. We can weirdly push end into existence. Cursor is end, okay. Oh shoot, the orb down here actually sends you to a behind the scenes. Ah, that's how these are kind of programmed in. Alright. That's cool these level packs are actually doing this. Let's see the launch. And you can even see the dot that's being made. I guess that is responsible for the booming. But yeah, alright, so that was Springs and Fireworks, so we enjoyed that. Like, definitely 2 interesting custom mechanics. And there we go, area complete. Bye.